finals are not around this week.
So we've got some CVT here, and we've got Elser spawning as, is that the teal? Okay, now, if you guys don't know me or you don't follow me, I'm colorblind, so I'm going to let my co-caster here do the introductions.
Alright, Elser spawning at the bottom left as actually it's the light pink Zerg. And across the map, Redditevoli is spawning at the top right, and he is the Purple Terran.
Fair enough. Light pink, eh? Or, yeah, anyways. So, ZVT can be fairly interesting on Zelnaga Caverns. If the Terran player does get aggressive, the Zerg player really has to spread creep along all 4 attack paths. If they don't do that, the Terran can really abuse that and put on a lot of harassment on any of the Zerg's expos. I would like to see probably a 15 hatch, 14 pool, 13 gas from Elser, but I'm not sure quite what he's going to be doing. It looks like he's sending 2 drones out to scout. I don't really like this. That might have been a mistake. Unless he's going to do some kind of early aggression, but with 2 drones, I guess you could take out the barracks SCV that's going to be producing the barracks. But what are your thoughts? Do you think it's a mistake, or do you think that's planned?
I think it's planned. I can't say I've ever seen anyone ever send out 2 drones like this and not notice it. And Elser he's even selecting the drones, so that is on purpose.
It is, yeah. He's going
after this SCV.
So the SCV is going to go down very quick, and if Reddit doesn't do something to combat this, he's probably going to lose another couple SCVs. Pulling 2 off the line here now to combat it, he probably will make him a lot safer to this attack than he would be if he just would have pulled off 1.
Yeah, little War 3 style micro battle going on right now. These units extremely crucial. No one wants to lose one right now. Ooh, Elser taking out another SCV. Looks like those 2 drones are definitely worthwhile here.
And they're going to come back.
May lose this other SCV as well.
So close, but not quite. Very good idea here for Elser, just to back off, take your 2 free SCV kills, and get out. You've already lost the mining time from these 2 drones, so you really want to keep them alive. If you lose them, then it's all for nothing, and clearly Redditevoli would be in a very good position.
Yeah, I like it as well that Elser used that time that he gained himself by taking out the barracks, or taking out the SCV that was building the barracks, in order to get his hatch first build going. Or maybe not hatch first.
No, he went for pool first.
Weird.
It was very weird. I watched that in the production tab, and I wanted to comment on it, but I really wasn't sure what Elser was going to be doing, so I really didn't want to say too much. He is putting up a gas now, which is actually rather late. There's going to be probably no Zergling speed coming anytime soon. I kind of expect that first 100 gas to be spent on lair tech. I don't see roaches coming out. He may be going for something very aggressive with mutas. Hydras I don't see being the plan, because Hydras are just so ineffective off creep. But I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Well, given that Evoli is dropping his factory, and a reactor. It looks like Hellions are going to come in, so Elser is going to have to deal with that, and I'm not sure if he's going to have the right tools right now. Elser is... yeah.
He could probably put up a spine crawler, but once again, as I've covered previously, that first 25 energy with your queens, you really want to be connecting your 2 bases, especially if you're going for a fast expansion build against Terran, because of the fact of how many abilities they have to harass you. Reapers, Hellions, Banshees, you need your bases connected. He did put a creep tumor here down, but it's at the bottom of his natural, and I don't like that positioning, because it's not going to create creep between his 2 bases, and I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble because of this.
Yeah, and that's especially true on this map, where your main is wide open. The ramp is far away from both your main and your natural, so there's a huge space for Hellions to really just get in everywhere. So you really have to be able to shut that down, and creep is essential for that.
Absolutely. He does have that spine crawler that I was commanding to have built, so I guess he maybe is listening, but or maybe I'm just psychic, who knows. Zergling speed was actually the target of that first 100 gas, and also important to note, he did pull all 3 workers off that gas. So while the Hellions are getting in here trying to do some damage, these Queen and Zerglings are going to be able to easily fend it off with the amount of creep that he has out already. but I would like to see a run by straight up to the natural and make this spine crawler, or I guess even the second spine crawler too, just ineffective. He does now have 3 Hellions out on the field, which, if you don't know, does one-shot the drones.
Yeah, I mean, he's not taking advantage of the fact that this area is so wide open. There's a lot of places where those Hellions could be getting in right now and doing some damage. Good attack on these Zerglings. Those Zerglings are not going to be able to stop the Hellions from getting into the main. The main is actually completely undefended right now, except for the one Queen. And now Evola knows that.
Yeah, he's scanned it and he sees everything that's going up. He does not see a lair, so he knows that any more aggression is going to be very effective as well. Really not that great of a micro here from these Hellions. They are going to get taken out. One does get taken out, one just on really low health. But that Zergling is going to get killed.
Yeah, trying to see what Evola has planned. It looks like, I guess, there's a command center going down, so that seems to be Evola's goal here with these Hellions, is to buy himself some time so that he can get that expansion up. As well with Siege Tech coming up, it looks like Evola is going to go for map control this game.
I see Siege Tech, but at the same time, I kind of think that's a mistake, because if you look, he's got a Thor queued up. He was supply locked there for a second, but he's got Siege Tech and no Siege Tanks, and he's got 1 Thor coming out, so I think that extra 100 minerals and 100 gas could be better spent on something else. And wow, he's already upgrading vehicle at weapons level 1, so he must be going for some kind of timing push that maybe he's got some timings that I don't know about. But I'm kind of curious what this is going to lead into.
Yeah, one thing I can maybe think of, a rationale for this decision, because Evola is going so heavy into mech, and because he saw that it was just hatchery tech coming down from Elser, that +1 weapons does allow your tanks to one-shot lings, despite whatever upgrades they have for defense.
Mistake here from Elser, actually constructing 2 Baneling nests, and I don't know if he's going to catch the second Baneling nest or not in his main and cancel it, but no, it does finish. So unfortunately for him, it's not going to double, or it's not going to increase the upgrade speed of the centrifugal hooks at all.
Ooh, Elser taking the gold now.
Yeah, that's
interesting play there.
Very ballsy by a Zerg player against Terran on this map. Most Zerg players will choose to kill off the destructible rocks leading towards your third base over on the bottom right hand side, because it's just a little bit easier to defend. The gold is just so close to the Terran player, a mech army can push out very easily. And look how much gas he's taking. He has just now got to lair tech, and he's actually going to be up on 5 gas. He hasn't taken that second Vespine geyser gas in his main base. He does have a Spire up, so it looks like he's going to be heading straight for Mutalisks. Not sure how I feel about Mutas, because Redditevoli does have quite a few Marines. He's got that Thor out somewhere. Yeah, it's here by the bunkers.
Yeah, well, I think heavy Muta may not be the greatest thing right now, but I believe that really Elser will do well to just have at least a few Mutas, because whenever Evola sees those Mutas, he knows that he has to stay on his sort of current tech path. He needs to keep getting those Marines and those Thors, which aren't really the best units to deal with mass Ling Baneling. So, really, I think Elser should be getting just at least a few Mutas out.
A few Mutas is good, but once again, I think Terran playstyle has evolved quite a bit. The control with Marauders and Thors is so much better now. As long as the Terran player isn't stuck on 1A attack syndrome, he'll be in a good position. If he can put all his Marines in a second group, he'll be fine. He can micro the Marines back and let the Marauders, the tanks, and the Thors take all the damage from those Banelings. And he's got turrets up in his main mineral line. He hasn't put turrets up here at his expansion yet, but I think he's going to pretty much shut down all Mutalisk aggression and harassment with those turrets.
Yeah, and Elser is taking a 4th base now. So, I guess because Evola is being so passive, just sitting back and doing absolutely no aggression, Elser is just feeling so comfortable right now, and he's doing things like taking that 4th base, and that's a bad thing for Evola right now. Ooh,
yeah,
bad
the way Elser's attacking here, he could have picked off 1 missile turret and then went for the second, but he tried to pick off a few Marines and lost a few Mutalisks unnecessarily, but I think at this point he really doesn't care. He's up 127 food to 79, so